One thing that we've learned on this property is that you don't know how big a tree is until you try to cut it down or give it a major pruning. Good morning, little chickies. The feather babies survived their first night in the garage. You guys look a little wet cold. You go under your heat plate. A few under there. I'm going to get you some more water and food. So you stay away from Ron's one. I don't know. Trying to take photos of the chickens, but they just come too close, don't you? Hey. Steve's been sorting through our freezers today, which is great because we've been putting that off for a while. So I think that he's got all the meat into this big freezer for now. There's a couple of other, I'll have to have a look later. Bacon. So that was the plan, is to get all the meat into the biggest chest freezer and to have most of our freezer meals and things in jars and stuff into this upright freezer, and then it's just getting some muffins out, and then I'm not sure what we're doing. This was going to be produce, this smaller chest freezer, so we've got a bunch of bone broth in there at the moment, and some fish, so we've still got a few things to sort out, but getting most of the meat out of the tall upright freezer was the main thing, so that's good. I'm finding it a little bit harder than usual to tell which ones are girls and boys this time. They all seem to be feathering out pretty quickly, so I just don't know. I just don't know this time. Usually the girls' wings and backs and tails feather out significantly more quickly than the boys. No escapees. Not yet. Not yet. There are some that have significantly more feathers, like this one here. Oh, crikey. Got my finger. I shouldn't be poking my fingers at them. Hey, where are you going? I don't know. I just don't know. You guys are eager to get out. So I've been trying to figure out options for tagging the chicks. I have been using coloured cable ties for a while, different colours for the different chicks. Like this one, let's have a look at you. Yeah, whoa. But it's hard to find coloured cable ties or enough different colours of cable ties. So I'm trying out these new ones. Who's got one? Oh, you've got one. Hold on. You've got two. These new, hold on, little rubber rings that you put on. They come with a, you're okay. They come with a plastic thing that you kind of, I don't know what you call it, applicator, where you put the chick's foot in it and then stretch the rings over onto the leg. And they do stretch out quite a bit, so the idea is they can stretch as they grow. And okay, big fuss. All right. So I'm going to see how those go. I can only find one place in New Zealand that has them at the moment, but you can buy them from overseas in different sizes. So we'll see. Just the cable tie thing is a bit unsustainable. So I'm trying to get things that I can reuse rather than having to, well, find cable ties and then throwing them out, because you have to change them a lot while the chicks are growing as they get bigger and bigger. This is a very large Feijoa tree. It's hard to fit in the frame. It must be pretty old, and been trying to get it under control since we moved here. Let's lighten it up a bit. There we go. So we pruned back half the tree last year, the year before. So you can sort of see this is the half that we pruned, and then this is the bigger half here. Even the half we pruned has grown back by a lot, but it's time to prune the other half now. Oh, hello, Mr. Fantail, or Mrs. Hello. You're distracting me from what I'm doing here with your little cuteness. Hello. Anyway, I'm putting chalk marks on the branches that I want Steve to chainsaw off. It's hard trying to decide which ones. You can sort of see over this side, the parts where we pruned off last time have just absolutely gone nuts with sprouting with new branches, and I got some of them off, but just kind of a bit too busy with other things to deal with it, so I still need to thin those out and get this bushy mess under control. But anyway, just trying to bring the height down lower. So the problem was the Feijoa was producing masses and masses of fruit, but they were all getting quite small. Like a lot of them were too small to really be any use for eating or whatever the year before we did the pruning. So bringing the height down lower and just getting less branches, still working on that, is going to mean, like this year we saw the benefits of that, bigger fruit, much, and better tasting as well. So that's why we're doing this harsh pruning. I just have to perch in the tree to reach some of these branches. It's a pretty fun, gnarly tree, fun for kids to climb, and chickens. Chickens. Just a lot of branch to fill up the pen. I was surrounded. Decline out of here. We haven't finished yet, but I've got to deal with the massive branches before I can't even see the chickens anymore. Hopefully they can get to their food and water. They're going to have to climb. We're going to have to get some of these branches cut up before we do any more. Now the chickens are going to enjoy fossicking around in here. So we've got to get some branches cut by the fence so we don't have any escapees over there. One thing that we've learned on this property is that you don't know how big a tree is until you try to cut it down or give it a major pruning. So I don't think the chickens can actually get through to their food and water at the moment. It's just a wall of Feijoa branches, so we're going to cut a path through for them until we can deal with the rest. We've got Angus on the job now. I can hardly see you through the jungle. Oh, careful of the fence. Did you find a leaf?
A leaf.
A leaf. Leaf. Not for eating. It's like a maze in here at the moment. Clearing the path for the chickens. We've cleared a path down the edge, so that's good. A little bit of a path through there. It's a work in progress. A big work in progress. Just got a decent path through this side for them now too. So I think we will call it good.